Welcome back to Low Luxury, and I'm sorry for my sweaty face. It is the middle of summer and it is so hot. But I get the question a lot, how do you afford all of these luxury and streetwear pieces? Like, are you rich? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. I actually spend very little of the money from my day job on clothing and things like that. Instead, what I do is I thrift stuff and I resell it for a profit on Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, and Grailed. Feel free to look me up there. My username is KillianHB. And you can buy some of the stuff you're gonna see today. So I wanted to show you today some of the things that I just got going thrifting. I went to Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Savers and got a bunch of stuff, and it's actually gonna make me a lot of money. And most of these are the types of brands that you're not gonna see featured on this channel because they're just not that high end, but there are still brands that command a lot of value at resale, at least compared to what you'll get them for at a thrift store. And anyone can do it if you just figure out what you're doing. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of research, and you can start making money and have quite a bit of discretionary spending to spend on whatever you want, like luxury and streetwear, like me. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you the pieces, what I paid for them, and the minimum amount I think I can sell them for. It's very likely I will actually sell them for more, but I'm just gonna come up with a rock bottom, like I know I can sell this piece for at least that much. So first off, we have an original penguin polo shirt, black polo shirt, little embroidered logo on there. It was $2.99 at Salvation Army, except everything I got yesterday at both Salvation Army and Goodwill were all half off. So this was $150, and minimum I can sell this, I know, for $13. Penguin does pretty well for me. Next up, we've got this green button-up from Enro. They're actually a pretty good, pretty popular kind of luxury clothing brand, usually more office wear, stuff like that. This one I paid $2 for, and Enro also does well for me. I'm gonna say I could get at least $12 for this. So this is a good one right here. This is a blazer from Giorgio Armani, but specifically Mani by Giorgio Armani. I think that might have been an Armani kind of department store type of brand. And this one I paid $2.50 for, and I've sold these before, and I think I could get at least 25 bucks. Alright, right here we have a really nice Varvatos Star USA button-down shirt. This one I paid $2.50 for, and I think I can sell this for, let's be conservative and say 16 bucks. Alright, right here we have a crazy neon green shirt from Mondo Uomo Italia. And it's a brand I'm not familiar with, but vintage, because this does look vintage Italian stuff will always do well on some of these sites. So I paid $2 for this one, and I'm going to say I can make at least 13. Right here we've got a really nice short sleeve kind of gingham Ben Sherman shirt. You've got the logo right there. People always love having a logo visible. And this one I paid $2 for. Ben Sherman does well for me. I'm going to get at least 15 for this. Next up, we have this really nice kind of beige button-down shirt from Omega, Italy. And that's a brand I'm not familiar with. The name does sound kind of familiar though, but I'm going to be conservative when I'm pricing this. I might do some more research later on it to be sure, but I paid $2 for this, and I'm going to say I'll make at least 12. Okay, right here, this one's awesome. So it's a kind of knit tweed blazer made in France. I saw that and I'm like, okay, what is that? And it is Yves Saint Laurent, okay? Beautiful. So this one, it is missing its button, so that'll kind of knock it a bit, but I paid $7.50, and I know I can make at least 25. Alright, right here we have a nice, colorful, kind of checkered button down, and it looks vintage, and it's by Viyella, expressly for J Press. So I've sold things both from Viyella and J Press before, and both do pretty well for me, especially on the vintage side. And this is nice and colorful. I can see somebody wanting this. So I paid $2.50, and I think I'm gonna get at least 13. Alright, right here we have a really nice kind of woven, wavy, striped, short sleeve button-down shirt from Vince Camuto, and that's a very popular brand. I think people really like Vince Camuto, quite popular. I paid $3.50 for this, and I'm going to say I'll get at least 15. This one is so cool. It's like this burgundy, red, brown, and it's got this crazy pattern all over it. And it's got shoulder pads that are kind of stuffed, but it's definitely a men's shirt, I think. And it's by llios. It's got the logo right there. It's made in Turkey, which is usually for higher end stuff. So I really don't know anything about this. I need to do some more research, but I paid $2.50. I think I can get 20 for this all day. All right, right here we have a nice green. It's kind of a horizontal knit peak polo from Pendleton, who I do super well with. People love Pendleton. I always sell it pretty quickly. And this one, it's not super interesting, but I paid $1.50, and I think I can get at least 14. All right, this one is awesome. So it's like a button down, but woven, and it's got mesh inside and a flap that comes up in the back for breathability. So it's kind of like a tech performance button down shirt from the North Face. I always do great with the North Face. Let's see, what did I pay for this? So I paid $3.50, and I think I'll get at least 20. All right, right here we have a Giorgio Armani gray blazer, made in Italy, very nice. I paid $5 for it, and I think I can get at least 30. All right, this one, as you can see, it's crazy patterned, and it has like a texture to it. You can feel this is like a woven shirt, and this is by Christopher and Banks, who I'm not familiar with, but it looks really nice. I think it'll pop off the page when people look at it online. So I paid $2 for it, and I'm gonna say I get at least 13. All right, next up we've got this really nice light blue and orange checkered button-down shirt, and it is by Brandolini, which was made in Italy. Now, I don't know this brand, so I could have really lucked out here. I need to look this up, but $2 I paid for it, and I say I get at least 15. Okay, right here we have a really nice straight button-down from Thomas Pink, who are quite a luxury brand. Like, you'll see them at the Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, things like that. So this, I paid $2.50 for. I'll get at least 20 for sure. Okay, next up right here, we got a full Burberry suit. Okay, vintage Burberry suit. And I paid $2.50 for this, okay? And I think I'll make at least 40. And Burberry, I'll just say, is a brand that you will find at thrift stores quite often. Like, you're probably not going to find Gucci or Louis Vuitton, maybe ever. Like, that's really unlikely. But Burberry, even though they are a luxury brand, they are so widespread and have been for so long that you probably will find some Burberry here and there, which will always do well for you. All right, right here we have a nice colorful button down, and this is by Orvis, and that is another brand, a kind of outdoorsy brand that always sells really well on resale. So I paid $2.50 for this, and I think I can make at least 16. Right here we have a nice kind of tech quarter zip sweater here by the North Face. They've got their logo right there, and this is the Flight series, so I'm sure someone's gonna want this. I paid $4 for this. I think I get 18 at least. So right here we have a really nice dress shirt, and this is by Hart Schaffner Marx, another brand that you will see quite often at thrift that they usually sell at high-end department stores. So this one cost me $2.50. I think I get at least 15. Right here we've got a 1901 button-down shirt in blue. That's another nice brand. Not super sought after, but does have some retail value. I paid $4. I think I get at least 13. Right here, this is a really nice, colorful, straight polo from Brooks Brothers. And Brooks Brothers are one that they will sell, but only certain pieces. So this one, because it's so colorful, I think will do well. And I paid $1 for this. I say I get at least 12. And then right here, I want to point this out. This is very similar to Brooks Brothers. This one is by Ralph Lauren. And this one, it is a nice checkered one with the monogram logo at the chest, so I think people will like this one. I paid 50 cents for this, and I think I get at least 10. Alright, it's time to do some math. Fun. So, after some quick calculations, I found that I spent $71 on all these pieces, and those have a minimum resale value of $455. And again, that's just minimum. It's very likely I will sell most of these for a bit more than that. And if we do that math, because we have to take out what I spent, that leaves us with pure profit of $384. Not bad for a day's work. So with that, I have enough to buy a couple nice t-shirts or polos, a really nice sweater, because again, don't buy stuff at full price. You can find really good brands on sale for way cheaper. So I'll take that money, I'll put it into some pieces I really, really like that I will cherish for a long time, and this circle of a life of clothing works out. So thank you guys for watching. I'll try and keep doing more of these. Thrifting, I'm not doing as much with coronavirus, trying to be safe, but don't you worry, I will definitely be back out there in the future. So watch this other video you got on screen here, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.